Hello, guys. I'm with one of my favorite death metal bands, The Crown. Here they are, Johan and Marko. How you doing,
All
guys?
right. All
I'm
good.
good, man.
All good.
All good
Yeah.
here.
I was just really re-listening to the Death Race King album, and I still have goosebumps on my skin. It's an amazing album.
Thank
Only
you.
only 24 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool to hear. That's one of those albums that people come back to, and I think we all in the band still are pretty proud of it. And it turned out to be, one hell of a monster.
There is a new album, quite different from the previous album, uh, Royal Destroyer, right?
Yeah.
I think it was a different process, different writing process.
I think there's so many things there that were different that in the end created a different type of album. And I believe there was also a will. I think we're quite proud of the Cobra Speed Venom and Royal Destroyer albums, and but when you look at them, they are quite similar. Same type of songs, same studio, same artwork. I mean, it's very many similarities, and basically like sibling albums in many ways. And there was some very early discussion that let's continue, like let's make a trilogy kind of thing, but I think with all the changes happening in the band, we felt that we need to do something fresh and new. So there was a lot of intentional decisions also to make it fresh and new, and but also a lot of things came very natural. I mean, from my point of view, I was very used to basically writing 50% music with Magnus, and he was out of the picture. So and maybe my style is a bit more melodic than his, so obviously it became a bit more melodic in the end. So I mean, there's a lot of natural reasons to it, but also regarding the artwork and studio and stuff like that was very intentionally that we wanted to do something fresh, something new, a new chapter basically.
Did you record by yourselves?
Well, I managed the recordings, but then we hired Jonas Kjellgren to mix it. So, But Cobra and Royal, we recorded in the studio of Fredman like we did in the past as well. But nothing against Studio Fredman. It was just that we wanted a bit of fresh air into everything. So that was the reason.
And you're right. I think, of course, this is death metal, right? But there is some in the guitar parts, some maybe more melodies, right?
Yeah, I'm to blame, I think. So,
It's a good thing.
That's usually, like I said, maybe Magnus wrote a bit more punkish, rockish stuff, and I was into the melodic things. And when he left the band, what do you have left? Melodies. But we have, of course, Matthias, the new bass player. He contributed with 2 songs as well. So, and he comes a bit more from the punkish crustcore scene or whatever. So, but I would say probably the most melodic album we've done since way back, Eternal Death or something like that. Maybe. Yeah.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is punk scene in Sweden. This is not only death metal. You have refused.
Up in the north. Yeah. But personally, about this album, I feel like because Marko wrote 11 out of 13 songs, I feel it's more like stable compared to, for example, Royal Destroyer or Cobra Speed Venom. That were much more varied because Magnus wrote 50% and it was more punkish, more of his style into it, and now it's more like Marko's style is, the melancholic, melodic aggression that you have that you can find in Marko's songs. I think it's more you can see like a more red line throughout the whole album compared to the other albums, I think, and I think that's a positive thing.
Yeah, it becomes a bit more coherent in a sense. I mean, that's and yeah, it's also one of the reasons we decided to we need to do this as a complete new fresh album. So it made sense.
Yeah.
It's cool, with interviews. I like that bands, they like to discuss between the members about the feedback and all the thing. Maybe that you don't talk in studio or whatever.
Well, we fight mostly. No, just kidding. No, but yeah, of course. I mean, we discuss a lot. There's a lot of discussions regarding. I mean, I may have written 11 songs for the album, but I did write like 19 to start with. So I am all over the place musically, and then we need to talk and decide, where to sort of guide this all, because I can sometimes stray a bit weird positions as well. So it's of course we discuss a lot. And regarding my music and Johan writing lyrics, I mean, we do have the teamwork there as well. And sometimes I write the lyrics, and sometimes Johan writes the lyrics to my song. So we discuss and arm wrestle a lot about decisions.
So something new about the Crown too is the three new guys in the band, or two new guys, and Marcus is back on the guitars. So let us know about
I think the bass player Matthias has been with the band now for almost exactly 2 years, and Michael came along like 1 year ago. I think it was right before we did the 70K cruise. So they have been around for a while now, and Michael is also an old friend and old fan of the band, so he knows the music in and out already. So you can pick any song from any previous album, and he already knows them. So that's a really good thing. And as Marko said before, Matthias puts a lot of punkish attitude into the music as well, which is a good thing to mix with our music. And then, of course, Marcus is back. So very good to have him back. We asked him to just do the solos on the album, which he did, which he gladly did. And then we waited for a while before we were going to do the videos. And Marko called him and asked him, and he was extremely happy about it. So I was a bit shocked, to be honest. I didn't think he was going to say yes, but I was surprised and very happy about it.
It was really cool, because I agree a bit with you, and we were a bit surprised because we wanted it to happen, and then you have this feeling in your back of your head, everything is going to go to shit, But then he was at my place. We recorded some solos, and it was a really, really nice chemistry. I mean, we stayed in touch lightly during the years, but I mean, it was the first time I actually had a conversation with him. So it was really cool. And I think only a week or two went by or something, and I asked him, "Do you want to join him?" And he was like, "Yeah," straight away. So it's like, "Wow, cool, let's go." So he has a couple of obligations now in the coming months, but from November, his ass is ours, so full time. So we did a couple of shows with another guitar player, but now from November, Marcus is coming.
Now Marcus is no more ill, and it's great,
Yeah, exactly. So it was really, really cool, because we sort of, I remember we sort of told him welcome home, and I genuinely saw that he was smiling. So that was a good feeling.
So what about the Johan? The lyrics still hungry, still religion, right?
It's not that much religion. Magnus was more into that, but of course, it's all about good and evil, fighting each other. A lot about darkness. I tend to mix real stuff that happens around the world with fantasy. And one cool thing is about the previous video, or the latest video actually, Church Burner. People are immediately thinking it's a like anti-Christian song and burning churches like black metal in the 90s. It has nothing to do with that, you know. It's more like it's about outcast people, like it's a vampire theme, you know, about Nosferatu actually, and but people just you know, looking at the title, and this was like we did that on purpose, you know, because a good title, a controversy it could start a controversy, and that's a good thing, I think, because yeah, then people talk about it, you know. So yeah, it's a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to lyrics, and people can, you know, people need to interpret the lyrics themselves, and that's I don't find it especially good to, you know, talk into detail about what the lyrics are about. People need to, you know, find that out themselves, or at least have their own interpretations.
So you mean there's always a second sense in your between the despite your lyrics and the title?
Yeah, I mean, you can have like a symbolic title, and but the lyrics itself goes deeper than the title, if you know what I mean. And I think that's a cool thing to have, because it doesn't make everything so black and white. Then you need to go into the lyrics and read them before, you know, making judgment on what the title is about.
Usually when I discuss lyrics with fans or other people, and they say, "Oh, I like that song. It's about the," I never correct them, because if they, it's their opinion. If they connect to a song with a certain way, who's to blame? I mean, it's not wrong.
Exactly.
So I never correct people when they say, if some stupid wants to say that we are here to burn churches, what can I say? It's your decision, but that's not the sole purpose of the...
You're not Norwegian, right?
Yeah.
Of
course, it's a joke, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, it's with all bands out there, you know. People have their own minds on what lyrics are about, and you can see, you know, old rock bands, Bryan Adams and bands, artists like that. They have, you know, Summer of '69 and everything. There are like 10 different versions of what that song is about, you know. So yeah, I think it's healthy to have, you know, different opinions and different interpretations.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, if you take Slayer.
Yeah,
take Slayer, a lot of.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, there's a time and place for everything. Sometimes you need a hardcore hitting song, like a death metal song, and it's very, very obvious. Go out and kill someone, or I mean something stupid like that. But then there is this other spectrum of bands that try to blend in, make you think a bit, and I think we have been a bit all over the place lyrically. Sometimes we kindly borrow from, you know, some books or some ideas from even movies or whatever, and blend into either sort of reality or something, some inner ideas or thoughts, and maybe blended with some fiction as well. So it's I think the most important part is that you need to serve the song. That's my point. If you have a song like 1 minute 20 second Baptized in Violence, it's quite obvious what you want. You want one of those lyrics in that song. So and sometimes something else calls out for something else. Yeah,
like the song Total Satan with Mika Lutinen.
Yeah.
I love this song.
Yeah, it's still on the set list, man.
And hopefully we will bring Mika on stage in November. When we play in Gothenburg at the Hall of Metal Festival. The Imperialness Arena are playing after us, and hopefully we can persuade him to do it with us.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a cool thing. Yeah.
Really? Wow, it's great news. This is your very first artwork in black and white, despite Death Race King was black and gray, but this one is black and white. I think let me check the name of the guy.
Giannis Nakos.
Janis Nakos. Is
Yeah.
he from Greece?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. We've been working with him a bit back and forth, everything from t-shirt designs to other artwork. He's never done an album. It's the first album he's doing for us, but great guy, super efficient. He's a fan of the band, so it's great. Great guy to work with. And yeah, Death Race King is maybe the closest. I mean, like color-wise, where we've been, only 2 colors, but yes, this was also in the end a sort of intentional step to step away from the colorful Royal Destroyer and Cobra Speed Venom, and actually the artwork was done. What is it you want? 2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah,
a year
2
ago.
years ago. No, 2 years. 2 years ago.
Yeah, because we had this idea to try to inspire us by working a bit backwards and do the cover artwork first, because that usually never happens with us. That artwork always comes in last. So it was really, really cool to try to figure out a really strong, cool graphics and sort of set your mind into that, what type of song belongs into this artwork. And this wasn't actually the first sort of suggestion that came out. There was, what we knew, what we wanted was to capture the bridge that is now present in the very obvious there. It's from our hometown, so we sort of links back to us in a way.
Trollhättan, right?
Trollhättan, yeah. And the first idea that Giannis threw to us was, there was this bridge, but it was way back in the image, and there was a lot of stuff around there, and color styled, maybe a bit like old school Dan Seagrave colors and stuff like that. So couple of weeks went by, but we just felt that we need something else. We need to pop out. It needs to be obvious that it's a new, fresh album. So few weeks went by, and I basically one evening took out the cover artwork on my phone and started editing and went apeshit with contrast and start to erase everything. And basically this little bridge that was in the back there, I cut out everything else, turned it black and white, and sent it to Giannis. And I'm pretty sure I broke his heart or something when I did that. But and he was a bit shocked. But few weeks went by, and he actually told me that, oh, I think you're onto something. This is something special. And I was like, yes. So from there on, we started to develop it further, and on the backside of the gatefolds, and they're black and white. It's not old school black and white in a sense, because I think it's a bit classy. It's not this stencil made, punkish black and white style. I think it's really cool. It's and also later on, the idea came to link it, since we were messing with the Trollhättan Bridge, to use the album title, Crown of Thorns, since we started out as Crown of Thorns. So in the end, it sort of, made a bit sense to sort of link it all together.
Yeah, self-titled album too. It's
that's really
cool.
I mean, every band needs one, So it was our time, and it was cool because honestly, we've been talking like 20 years that why don't we have a song at least that is called Crown of Thorns? We should have it, but it just never happened. So now the idea was to, fuck it, let's do an album. And the people who know, they know. And maybe they dig into our past or whatever and find out that there was a Crown of Thorns that started out in 1990 already. So
I feel also there are new elements, like the female vocal on the last song, right?
Yeah.
And some new sound, like on the song "The Storm That Comes." I feel new ideas,
Yeah, and I think that's the most fantastic thing to be involved with this band is to try out new stuff, especially when it resonates with the with my friends in the band, they said, "Oh, this is a cool new idea." Then, boom, then I go push it forward. I get really inspired, and I mean, it's nothing sort of super drastical to include female vocals in a death metal song. That's been done for 30 years, but I think what we managed to do is that we found a right place to it. It's not forced in there, you know. It's a really cool variation of how to use it. And also the Storm That Comes, I think for me it's one of the better songs on the album. It's so freaking epic, and Johan is on fire, and these are really cool mid part and intro and outro solo thing. I mean, it's quite epic in my ears, and I think we fucking nailed it.
I mean, that's that's the cool thing with this band, because we don't have any boundaries at all. You know,
Yeah.
you can see a lot of the songs that we have included in past albums as well. You know, We Drift On, which Marko also wrote on Royal Destroyer. It's like a death metal ballad, for example. Very, you know, our first video from Royal Destroyer was Motor Death, which was a very, you know, thrashy death metal tune, classic death metal. And then all of a sudden we came along with this death metal ballad. Pretty much was a shock to people, but everybody said only positive things about it. That's the beauty with this band. We can, you know, have very, you know, a lot of variation on the album, you know, mid-tempo songs, slow songs, fast songs, and everything. But everything turns out everything turns out to be, you know, Crownish sound in the end. That's the beauty with it. We can do anything we want, you know, and turns out
it's best for your drummer, especially on stage, you know. If it's too fast, you will die younger.
Well, if you ask Michael, he only wants to do the fast stuff.
That's actually true.
He's a machine. He can do, you know, extremely fast stuff, and he only wants to do the fast stuff. He works out 7 days a week, and, you know, plays drums. Yeah, he only wants to do. Both he and Matthias, the bass player, only wants to do the fast stuff, you know.
Me and you, on the senior members, we want to keep it a bit low tempo. That's how it's divided now. Now in November, it's Gothenburg, Sweden, and we are discussing US for next year. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that it's super 100% confirmed until I have a fucking flight ticket in my hand, but it will most likely happen. And it's only been 20 years, man, so it's about time. So that would be really cool.
And touring in the US is pretty not easy today when you are a band from Europe.
No, it's both expensive, difficult, and quite exhausting. I mean, it's quite a big country.
Yeah.
And if you don't fly, you know, every day, not that is fun too, but I mean, you have freaking long drives every day, and it's we've done that a few times, and it's quite exhausting, to be honest. But I think that
I mean, we all want to do, you know, States. We really want to go back there and do a full-length tour. But I mean, let's be honest. We are an underground band. We play death metal, and to make it worth it, we need to be out there for like 5 weeks or something to get the money back. So it's very hard, and we're, you know, getting older, and it has been, you know, very difficult for us to be out that long, you know. So but hopefully things will change, and we can do like a shorter tour there or something. And hopefully, because there's a lot of people there that wants us to come over. So
and if we're gonna do it, we need to do it sort of as professional musicians. We need to you know, get the work permits and all of that, and it's pretty damn expensive nowadays. And even the flights are like double the cost like only 2 years ago, so it's quite ridiculous. I mean, we used to kid about it, but I mean, we can do a tour in freaking Japan for 1/10 of the cost, and that's actually quite amazing, you know. But US has been, it's been really difficult, and it's also quite annoying, because for us, Europe and US has been pretty much equally strong markets. So it's so a lot of requests has come to us to play in the US, but yeah, it comes down to the financial stuff mostly. It's quite
So
difficult.
we'll see you in Europe soon, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
especially Paris. Let's hope so.
yeah.
Yeah.
You heard.
He won't say anything.
When I have the flight ticket in my hand, I will confirm it. No, but
Exactly.
we are right now discussing, of course.
There should
how
be
to-
a European tour next year.
Yeah, there will be. There will be. We just need to, confirm it, have concrete
Sure.
plan.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's not like we could go on a tour tomorrow, but it also needs to make sense. If we commit to a tour, and we could play around clubs and whatever, and it can be really cool and great as well. But I think that one of the goals right now is that we really would like to reach out to new people. We don't mind opening up for another band or whatever. Join a tour. It would be really good, to try to connect and reach out to new people, new fans. That would be really, really great. If we commit a few weeks out on the road, put our lives on pause basically, and do that, then it should be a cool thing that makes sense to do for the band.
I think you could tour with We Are Morbid, right?
Yeah,
you are-
it was actually, yeah.
You are true
Should
fans
make
of Morbid Angel.
Oh yeah, Johan will do the backing vocals every evening with David Vincent.
Actually, Marko, wasn't it? I think it was under the discussion a couple of years ago to do a tour with Are You Morbid, right?
We were about to do it, then pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
So,
a 2-week tour, like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
3 years ago, or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
That
Yes,
would
I saw them 1 or 2 years ago near Paris.
Yeah. I've seen them too, and we've toured with Morbid Angel in the past as well. So I guess we're still fanboys, as you can see. So that's just how it is. I wouldn't mind touring with I Am Morbid at all. That would be great.
All right. Thank you guys for this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congrats for this new album, and see you hopefully next year in Europe, and especially in Paris and France, right?
Vive la
You know
France.
it.
Vive la France. And what about Gojira at the Olympic Games?
That was pretty fucking cool, I must admit. That was really cool. That was quite impressive.
Yeah,
I guess
extreme production.
taxpayers paid for a very, very expensive show.
This is good for metal in general,
Yeah, sure.
Definitely.
Of course. Yeah, great.
We love you, Gojira. Bye. Thank you, guys.